Okay, so I started this a few times and my recording cut off every time I left out of these voice notes. So y'all, I hate to even have to say this because y'all know Fetty. Well, if you don't know, Fetty is my baby. And if you're listening to this and you only hear like the first 10, 15, 20, 60 seconds on a short, go to the Frequency Real Radio page, YouTube page, and watch the whole video. Stop playing and run my views up. Y'all watch all this other BS on this freaking, I'm about to call it an app. I guess YouTube is an app. I don't know. But y'all watch all that bull crap. But I'm the only one really reporting the real and giving you opinions worth even hearing, to be honest. Anyway, stay tuned for the pictures that they're going to show of what the evidence that they found on Fetty Wap. But basically, Fetty Wap pleaded guilty to drug trafficking charges today, Monday, the August the 22nd. And look at that, 8/22/2022. I got to add that up and see what it comes to. 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 actually. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 8 is 18. 8 and 1 is the 9. It's a 9 kind of day. I guess Fetty's got to pay on a number 9 day. Anyway, Fetty pleaded guilty to conspiracy to possess and distribute 500 grams of cocaine. That charge carries a minimum 5-year prison sentence. I don't know if Fetty's been locked up already. Maybe he has points he could put towards the federal prison sentence. I don't know. Maybe it gets time reduced. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works, okay? I don't even know. But maybe that'll happen for Fetty. I hope it does happen for him and he gets his time reduced. Obviously, the rapper whose real name is Willie Maxwell II is still trying to keep up with that lifestyle that he had before with the fame and his songs being a hit and everything like that. Which I will say about Fetty Wap, all his personal business with his kids and all that other stuff, I mean, that's like any other dude in the street, right? Like, I'm not really focused on that. But what I will say about Fetty's a Gemini #1. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but me being an astrologer, to me, Geminis make some of the best music. I mean, Prince, Biggie, Tupac, Kendrick, what's the little gremlin one looking? Kodak, Black, Kanye. I mean, it's not to say other signs don't make wonderful music. Like Virgos make good music. You got Beyonce, you got Michael, but I'm talking about just make great music as a whole, as a zodiac sign. I think if I had to pick a sign to give music to me, Geminis are the best. Of course, like I said, you have other signs that are notable. You have some Tauruses that make good music. You have Libras make good music, but excuse me, swallowed the wrong way. I don't think anybody quite does it like the Gemini. So Fetty makes really good music, and I didn't even realize how good Fetty's music was until like after he had popped. I wasn't into Fetty when he popped, but like after his wave kind of died down a bit. Now, I've always liked and bopped my heads to Fetty's songs, but I wasn't really a Fetty. I'm not a fan of anybody, but I really didn't go up for like Trap Queen and all that other stuff that he was putting out at the time. But like after the fact, songs like My Way is my shit, Again is my shit, Time, like it's just so Questions, like it's just so many songs to where if you really have a ear for music and you listen to Fetty, you'll realize his music is better than he gets credit for, honestly. And I hate to see Fetty in a bad position. But I think when we talk about just what goes around, because I don't want to say karma or nothing like that, but you got to watch what you do and how you treat people, because there's a clip I have on my page where Kanye West talks about giving. Speaking of Gemini, he talks about giving and he says, you have to give without expecting anything back, and you will be blessed, but those blessings might not come from the people that you gave to. Like, you can't give with the expectation of getting something back. And that's kind of how I look at karma. Just because you do something morally wrong or something bad to people or something, that doesn't mean a boomerang is going to come right back and something's bad is going to happen to you. But it's a certain energy that you put into the world, and you've got to know what goes up must come down, like as above, so below. So it's just natural that if you are a part of putting out negative energy, then you have to also volunteer and sign up to receive negative energy as well, whether that's because of what you put out or it's just the way the world works and it's your turn, because everybody's going to get their turn to be up and to be down. So I really hate to hear this about Fetty, and I hope he makes it through this whole situation. So he was in court in Long Island today. He pleaded guilty before the judge, whose name was Judge Stevens the first, and quote unquote, Fetty said, "I agreed with other people to distribute cocaine," and that's what he told the judge. So stay tuned. You'll see the pictures of the cocaine, money, and things like that. And just looks to me like he's trying to maintain a lifestyle. For some of the other charges, let's see. The minimum was 5 years, but it says the charge also carries a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison, with the mandatory minimum of 5 years. And if you go back, I don't know who put the mandatory minimums in play. Was it the Bushes? Was it, so what those some of the things I think, but didn't Biden campaign for mandatory minimums? Like, it's just crazy that slavery is still very much so alive and well, and it's turned into what's called the government. Because it's crazy how they will throw football numbers. Again, I don't support selling drugs to people who look like you, but if a person wants to take a drug, they're going to take it. If you ain't going to deal it, somebody else is. And if you have not killed people, abused people, raped people, they give folks like that, 5 years or something like that, if they even get that much time, or release them because they're crazy, or, they get sent to a psych ward or, a mental institution because they're crazy. But these guys, these men of color, I mean, they give these guys 40 fucking years for drugs. How many years did you give the people in the government who flew it in, or who are a part of that conspiracy to fund government initiatives? Like you guys see, the picture painted very clearly on shows like Snowfall, which is based on a true story. So the real Rick Ross was truly working with the government. But he did all the time. Did the person he was working with do any time? I don't know. Anyway, it's frustrating. Fetty, hold your head. And, I wish him the best. I'm here to turn on some Fetty today. I don't know. Frequency Real Radio. I'm out of here.